10 times greater than 30. What number is 10 times greater than 30? And how do you know? Norman, what number is 10 times greater than 30?
300.
How do you know that 300 is 10 times greater than 30?
I see lots of me too's.
Do you skip count to 30s? What equation do you have written down?
30 times 10 equals 300.
Excellent. 30 times 10 equals 300. So I know that 10 times greater than 30 is going to be 300.
Miss Harris, can we give him one clap? When I say go, give him one clap. Go. Okay, track us.
Wonderful. And Norman just got his third star, so his third energy ticket. Sorry, I meant to give you 3. Third energy ticket, just for answering your question. Excellent. So if I'm now thinking, I know that 10 times 30 is 300. I'm going to ask you a super simple question. You have these two things also on your desk. You can look on the board, you can look on your desk. How many 10s are in 100? Call out.
10.
Let's have a confident Guilford call out. When I snap, I want you to tell me how many 10s are in 100.
10.
Better. So there are 10 hundreds, and there are 10 10s in 100. So what equation would I use to solve that? Okay, we've done sort of. What equation would I use? Okay, Juan, what equation would I use? If there are 10, how do I get from 10 to 100? 10 times what equals 100? 10 times 10 equals 100. Excellent. Okay, Juan can also get stars. I need us to keep this in mind because today we are starting decimals, but we're going to start a little bit easy and we're going to think about it in our friendliest form. So we're going to be thinking about tenths and hundredths. Our denominators are going to be 10 and 100. So we've been doing a lot of work using equivalent fractions. For example, who can give me an equivalent fraction to 2/6? Oh, Tajay's hand instantly went up in the air. Daryl's confident hand is in the air. What
Even in the back hands are going up.
What is a fraction that's equivalent to 2/6? What fraction is equivalent to 2/6? Delani, what fraction is equivalent to 2/6? I want us to think about that one more time. If I have 6, I know those pieces are smaller than fourths. Oh, Dwight, can you give me a fraction that's equivalent to 2/6?
1/3.
1/3 is equivalent to 2/6. Excellent. Oh, I'm loving the team support of snapping them up. All right, so we're going to find equivalent fractions today, but we're going to be thinking about them in tenths and hundredths. Who can remind me what equivalent means though? How do I know if something is equivalent? Oh. Brad, how do I know if something is equivalent? Tajay is tracking, Josiah is tracking.
That's if it's equal.
If it's equal, if it's covering, if I know something's equivalent if it's covering the same amount of space. So if I cover up 2 of these blocks up here, I'd have to cover up 2 down here as well. So I know something is equivalent if it's covering up the same amount of space.
Miss Harris, can we turn and tell our partner really quick what that is? When I say go, turn and tell your partner what equivalent means. Go. Who turned right away?
Oh, I'm hearing Chloe and Jamani talk about covering the same amount of space.
Alright, we can wrap it.
2 things that are equivalent cover one. Alright, coming back to me in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, in 0. Alright, so my birthday is coming up here next, so that's just gonna be early. It's in February, so we're just gonna talk about it for the next month. And for my birthday last year, my friend decided to bake me a cake and cut it into 10 slices. How many slices?
10.
Put your finger on which grid on your desk my friend cut my slices into. Tony is already showing me, he has his finger on those tenths. I should see 10 equal pieces. Excellent, Ajay. Excellent, Kate. Alright, before she gave me the cake, she ate 4 of those slices. She ate 4 of them. What? I know. Not my real friend, I would think. You know? I don't know. What fraction is going to tell me how much she ate? What fraction will tell me how much she ate? I want you to turn and tell your partner, what fraction of the cake did my friend already eat? I know that she cut it into 10s. I know she ate 4 of those pieces. What fraction tells me how much she ate. Turn and talk.
What fraction did she eat right now? That's how much was left. No, it's fine. She ate 4 pieces.
Alright, if you have already turned and talked to your partner, I'm going to give you 5 seconds to write that fraction down at the top of your paper next to today's key points. 5. Write that fraction down.
What's the fraction?
4.
Xavier's.
Tajay already has
Good,
that
right
fraction
here.
written down.
Good.
3. Kia has it down and her pencil got it down. 2.
Write it down.
How much did she already eat? 1.
10 slices and she ate 4. What's the fraction?
In 0. Angel's pencil is down, Max's pencil is down. What fraction of cake did she eat? Constance? She ate 4/10. I know that she ate this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. She ate 4/10 of that cake. So now, I had my uncle's birthday is on February 2nd, actually, and he had a cake as well, but his cake was now cut into hundredths. So put your finger on which grid we should be using. Put your finger on which grid we should be using from on your desk.
Which grid should we be using?
Show me where
grid
Kia
should
is
we
showing
be
me,
using?
Tony is showing me. Which one should we be using?
Right.
Alright, so my uncle's cake is cut into hundredths. How many parts are in my uncle's whole cake? How many parts? Xavier? How many parts are in this whole cake? 100 parts. How many? 100. Alright, so there's 100. How much is each slice worth? How much is each slice worth? Daryl, how much is each slice worth? 100. So this whole thing is 100 pieces. Listen to how I'm saying this. 100. So at the end, so we've got 100.
Say it.
Okay.
100.
100.
You gotta really thud at the end. You gotta put that TH at the end.
Alright, so if each slice is worth 100, how will I show, if I want to remember, I want to eat the equal amount, or he wants to eat the equal amount, so it has to cover the same amount of space, how would I show that? How many hundredths do you think will represent an equal amount? I'm going to give you a 30-second brainstorm with your turn and talk partner. At the end of that 30 seconds, I'm going to have you write down that fraction. How many hundredths will be equivalent to 4/10? Remember, equivalent means that they're going to take up the same amount of space. Turn and talk.
What do you think?
And write that fraction down. Alright, start writing down that fraction in the next 10 seconds.
Why do you think this is alphabet? Right. So there's 10.
Alright, coming back to me in 5, points, pencils down. I already see those equations written down on equivalent fractions on Daryl's paper. 4, 3, 2, 1. Put your pencil down in the groove of your desk. In 0. Daryl, how many hundredths will I need to shade in to have an equal amount? I'm going to pause you real quick. Madison, remind your pencil. Thank you. Why would I need to shade in 40 hundredths? So there's 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, 4/10. If I'm counting this, how many are in this row? Call out.
10.
So what am I counting by right now?
10.
So this is So how many total hundredths did I shade in?
40 hundredths.
40 hundredths.
Miss Harris, can I pause?
Yeah.
Could the answer be 4 hundredths?
No.
Silent hand up. Why can't 4/10 be equal to 4 hundredths? Because that's an answer I heard a lot. Why can't that be true? Donnie, everyone's tracking Donnie.
4/10 can be equal to 400 because we're going by 100.
Add on. Someone build on what he's saying. In the back.
It won't cover up the same.
It won't. Let's cover up 400. 100, 200, 300, 400. Is the blue space the same amount as all of that space?
No.
No, not equal. So we can't just change the denominator to 100. We have to think about what covers the same amount of space, because equivalent means covering the same amount of space. Okay, let's track Miss Harris.
Alright, so remember, we're wanting to cover up the same amount of space, but if I didn't have this hundredths grid, so cover up your hundredths grid, that's on your desk right now. Okay. Just the hundredths. You want to still be able to see the tens. You're going to have to hold your hand to your name. So if you cover up your hundredths grid, how would I show that I have 40? What would I do to show that I have 40 hundredths? What could I do to show that I have 40 hundredths? TJ? How many equal pieces would I split each tenth into? There are 10 equal pieces in each tenth. If I'm looking up here, so how many equal pieces, Tajay, would I split each tenth into? I would split each tenth into 10 equal pieces. Just like Yuan already told us, that 10 times 10 is going to equal 100. Today, I want you to find equivalent fractions in tenths and hundredths, and we're going to get some practice on that with our student work time. So first, flip over to your student work time. Excellent. Oh, no one's already got his finger on that first problem. Already taking a look. Kaylee's already flipped in 3, 2, tracking your paper in 1, in 0. Alright, your goal for the next 5 minutes is to complete all of the problems on this page. You are going to find equivalent fractions for 7/10, for 3/10, for 64 hundredths, and for 21 hundredths. Those last two are the tricky ones. You're going to have 5 minutes, and you may work with the person or people sitting in your row. Put your colored pencil in your hand. Right now, introduction, we're back in school, and we get to color. You are going to color in the equivalent fractions for those tenths and hundredths. Let's look at that first one together. I have 3 tenths. I have what?
3 tenths.
How many columns should I color in?
3.
I should color in 3. Let's all do that now.
Right away Nolan started, right away Daryl started, right away Donnie started. They're coloring 3/10 with that colored pencil. Beautiful start to your first day back at school.
Excellent. Norman's trading in 1/10 at a time. Xavier's already got his tenths shaded in. Dwight is shading in his tenths. How many hundredths am I going to need to shade in now to find an equivalent fraction? How many hundredths do I need to shade in now? Nolan, how many hundredths? Not 3 hundredths. How many? Let's shade in.
Yeah, how much Nolan?
30. So now we're doing this first one together. I'm going to still shade in this row, or this column, and this column. Nolan already told us we have 30 hundredths. All right, you've got 1, 2, 3 more to do with the people sitting next to you. You've got 5 minutes